Hi guys, how you doing? You're welcome to day 16 of the 30 days of Christmas with the Million and One podcast with me, Mommy, as your host. I'm excited as always. Don't mind me. I'm flipping my locks back and forth, and it's just giving me a lot of joy. This is just a side note. I locked my hair this December, October, and I'm just asking myself, why didn't I lock my since beginning of this year? Why didn't I do? Why didn't I do it? This is one of the. It's not the best decision. It's one of the actually one of the best decisions I made this year. Locking my hair, and I'm like, why did I do it earlier? Yeah, that stuff. That's just by the side. That's just by the side. So on today's episode, I'm going to be speaking about something that some of you guys have told me about. Case in study. Someone was sharing. I can't remember. Okay, I think it's from the Gather Your Mind episode. Yes, it's from the Gather Your Mind episode, the one we had before the 30 days of Christmas even started. And a couple of you sent me messages saying, "Oh, really like the episode." Thank you, by the way. If you are new here, I think I should be doing this before I start gisting. If you are new here, you're welcome to me and One Tribe. We're currently on 30 days streak. We have released 10-minute long episodes of lessons, funny stories, and amazing stuff that happened in the year 2023. Yes, as we prepare for the new year, you're welcome. If you are not new here, you're welcome back. You are the reason why I'm doing this episode because you must have sent me a message. Anywho, so you guys went on to say that you really liked the episode and you got a couple of you mentioned how that you did not know how to do the whole meditation stuff, how to journal, and I just want to talk about a few practical ways which you can gather your mind, which you can start to put your thoughts down, and just document. So here it goes. Well, let me just tell you some of the things I did this year, then I can go ahead to tell you what you can do. So this year, um, I was like, you know what? I need to journal. I was in my writer season. So funny enough, a lot of the things I post on my social media, that's most musing on my social media, a lot of them are offsprings of my thought process, like my meditation. And I don't sit down, cross my leg in one corner and lock the door and put earpods and say, you know what, you guys don't disturb me, I'm meditating. No, I don't do that. What I do is I because what I do is I try to be conscious about it because you're always thinking whether you like it or not, and thoughts are always coming whether you created thoughts. Actually, no thought is created. Um, remember how they say matter is neither created nor destroyed. Is it matter? Hey, science students. I can't remember what it is, but I know it is neither created energy. Is neither created. Before you guys ask me what I use my school fees to do, energy is neither created nor destroyed, but it's transformed from one form to another. I hope I'm correct too. I know that it's something like that. Yes, so thoughts are not created. They are they are transferred either from the kingdom of light or from the kingdom of darkness. You get every thought you have is influenced. Yes. You want to ask me for proof? Come to my DM, we'll talk about it. So most of the things I say on here is so that you can go back and think about it and juggle and juggle and juggle and juggle. Yeah. So thoughts are introduced. And why did I even say that? I said that to say that um because they are introduced, I started paying more attention to the things that run through my mind and I started speaking out. So if I'm saying something, I say it out to myself. If I notice I'm thinking a particular trajectory that, to be very honest, God's not gonna be proud of, I say it out. I'm like, so why more? Why are you thinking like this? So if you happen to be in the same location that I'm in, sometimes you can just say, "So why are you thinking like this?" Or you can just see me shaking my head. That's a response to the negative thoughts that is in my mind. And let me tell you how I deal with negative thoughts too. And I'll come back to say how I document my thoughts. So recently I've been, I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes I just remember very random, embarrassing, hey, those kind of things that when you do them, you don't even want to remember that you did it. Like let the memory just perish with the action as you're leaving the environment. Let it just end. Let the file, let everything be burnt. Sometimes things will just come to my mind, and I'm just like Jesus. So I believe that every thought has a necessary response. Every thought that comes to your mind requires a response from you, either positively or negatively. And positively, I mean the correct way to respond, and negatively, the wrong way to respond. So I know those kind of thoughts, that thoughts of shame, thoughts of condemnation, those thoughts, if care is not taken, would lead me to want to start feeling bad and say, "Oh, are you safe? Why will you think like that? Wasn't that a very stupid thing for you to be thinking like that?" Yeah, remember I said no, 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 no. It's before that I used to say, "Kai, that was very stupid. Though. How could you do something like that?" But now, every time that kind of thought comes to my mind, I'm like, yes, it has happened. It has happened in the past. I'm better now. Secondly, devil, you ain't gonna remind me of my past. No, you ain't gonna do that. No, you're not gonna do that. Every time that kind of thought comes, I'm like, Jesus has forgiven me. Oh. Yay. I am redeemed. Thank God for knowledge. Thank God for wisdom. Because if you do not learn to answer thoughts that come to your mind, you just realize, you're always sad. You're always sad. You're going down a spiral road and you will not know why. You will come out, you go down again, only you by yourself. Oh. You've just been wondering what's happening. So please learn to answer your thoughts and answer them by speaking out. I'm still learning it because I don't want to look crazy on the road, but I'm still learning. So especially these embarrassing thoughts, when it comes to my mind, I'm like, no, that's not me. No, that's not me. And when I say it out, it's like I'm calling my mind to it's like, no, I can even start thinking down the trajectory. I'm like, this was very stupid. You shouldn't have done something like this. But I'm like, no, that's not me. God has forgiven me. I am not a foolish person. That was just a foolish action. It doesn't make me a foolish person. I have the wisdom of God. I will do better. I will save you. And when I keep saying and saying and saying and saying and saying those things, I realize that I it's not just about the feeling. My mind comes back to the fact that no, 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 this is not my trajectory. Now let me circle back to how I said taking down my thoughts this year. So I use my notepad on my phone a lot. So if I'm just, I will not say thinking, let me put it this way: if there's a conversation going on in your head, write it down. Okay, so write down the question that came to your head, write down the answer you give yourself for that question, write down the other question or the response to that answer, and before you know it, you just see a full thread of thoughts. And when you now sit beside yourself, when you sit down later, you be like, I couldn't have thought this thing out. So it's either from God or from the enemy, and that way you're able to see it out. Secondly, that is a very beautiful strategy for capturing the thoughts of God down. Just writing down things as they come to you. Might write down conversations, write down your questions. I write a lot though. I am with a lot of books, a lot of paper. Sorry, not books. And yes, I move around with books. There's hardly ever a time that I don't have book and biro, book and biro. I think even as the world is getting very digital, I will still need my book and biro because I like writing. I will need to get a journal self because of how much I want to pen things down. I'm very conscious of the importance of penning down my thoughts. I mean, this is how knowledge was transferred from one generation to another. Might as well put down my own knowledge for other people to, or rather, in the coming days, I would need that thing that I'm trivializing now as common knowledge, because there's some sort of refreshing that comes with you going back to your notes and reading down things you wrote, and you're like, bro, Was that me? What was I thinking when I wrote this thing down? Did you get? Another thing is to set out a time in your day where you just get to like write down thoughts. So it can be as soon as you wake up, when you want to sleep, you just just think. Try to remember, oh, this happened. I shouldn't have behaved that way. Oh, I said this because of, and even helps you investigate and find out why you're behaving in certain ways. So, like I mentioned in the hustle culture episode, if you do not take a pause and think, you just notice that you're just running and 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 running. No, you don't know what's wrong, you don't know what's right, you don't know what to do, what to fix. You don't even know how to ask God for help. So I think it's really, really important. Put time on your phone when you get to take time out and just write down your thoughts and think about a specific topic. So I was telling someone earlier on that we always think it's just that it's not constructive, and that is the kind of meditation I'm talking about, where you get to think around, juggle the idea, throw it up, toss it down, go online, search your mind for relevant information, cross reference. You get a particular thought or topic, and that's how you postulate theories, if I can say that. Yes, so with that being said, I have passed 10 minutes. Wow, forgive me. With that being said, I really hope this meant it to you, and I really hope it helped you in some sort of way, that you saw yourself in what I said. If you did, please, like, I used to forget, like, please, like, rate the show if you're listening on Spotify, whatever streaming platform you're listening from. If you are listening from YouTube, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It helps the algorithm. Please, like, invite your friends to subscribe and like. we are I'll tell you the gist in the next episode. Let me not give you everything now. Bye.